Hi, y'all. Welcome back to House Guest Podcast. Macy is back for, I think, what will probably be my favorite episode ever.
And it's my first time ever being on House Guest.
It's the exact same podcast.
No, it's not.
Formerly known as I Love You So Much. I do just want to give Macy a compliment again because I gave her a compliment about 30 seconds ago and then I had to restart and she just really wanted it to be said. So here I am. Your eyes look so stunning in this room.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I didn't think you were going to say it.
Yeah, of course. If you guys are not watching on YouTube,
you should.
You should be.
No.
Worked really hard on this room. I now have another podcast recording area, otherwise known as my office / guest bedroom.
It's very cozy, very blue.
Yes,
brings out the blue
blue
eyes. So maybe we'll have a little photo shoot afterwards.
Okay, yeah. Just an eye photo.
Yeah.
Okay,
like
good.
in 2012 when you posted a photo of your eye.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I was thinking.
Perfect.
It was like what was it, like bokeh? How do you say that?
I don't know, but I know the filter.
Like the light things on
Yeah.
it? Were you like alive in 2012?
Shut up. Gosh.
I was at lunch with my friend Natasha today and she's like, how old is Macy? I was like 12.
We're like, none of us really know. I kind of just shift depending on how old you are.
Yeah, it just depends. She's just never 25.
For any new listeners, I'm 23.
Yeah, she is 23. Also for new listeners, if you guys are listening to this episode, you need to go back and listen to our J-Name episode from a couple weeks ago. I don't even remember exactly what we titled it.
Never. This is why we don't trust J names.
Yes, and not to be confused with my first J-Name episode about a year and a half ago that really got me named as a Karen.
Really? Oh, yes, it did.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I was thinking, like, I actually do have J-Name stories.
Yeah.
Like, I dated a J-Name. That was, like, my first, boyfriend, my high school boyfriend.
Are you going to share with the class today?
I just feel like so much time has passed that, no, he just, like, sucked,
No,
honestly.
the crazy thing about J names is it happens and then you totally forget. Kenzie was like, hey, we're going to film the follow-up episode to the J name episode. And I was like, wait, who was my J name? And I totally forgot the whole saga. But you guys, it's been, a month?
Yes. How are you doing post-J?
I'm doing great,
Okay,
except I'm not clean from J names. There's been 2 more J names since. If you guys don't follow me on TikTok, I've gone through a few more breakups. Basically,
Yes.
I was in a very committed relationship with Jersey Mike's. And I was posting them.
Mike, legal name, Jersey Mike's.
Mike, legal name Jersey Mike's. I've been posting Mike for the past year or so, confessing my love on social media, and I just really haven't gotten much back in return. So I made a TikTok addressing our breakup, just saying that I'm moving our relationship offline. Mm-hmm. In response, I ate at Jimmy John's. Mm-hmm. And those are 2 J names back to back. And
Like, if you're going to make your ex jealous, at least go to Subway.
I know. That was insane of me. Or like Potbelly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I have been dabbling with some other J names, but I have not been
fully clean.
Yeah, fully clean.
We'll get you there.
Yeah.
You're still young.
No, I know. I'm 23.
You're still young.
I'm 12 years old.
She's just a 12-year-old, she's
Little
a
girl.
23-year-old teenage girl.
But I'm so excited for this because I haven't heard any of these stories.
So basically, if you guys haven't listened to our J-Name episode, Macy got royally fucked over by this J-Name guy. I was also telling my friend at lunch this story and her jaw dropped. Like, you need to go listen to that episode.
I wish I came to that lunch.
I know, but you were busy. I think it's a great episode. But today, I had this genius idea that we are going to be, I will be using my platform for good. I want to give a voice to the voiceless, and we will be listening to y'all's J-Name stories.
And also, we're doing this because ever since we've released that J-Name episode, we have gotten so many messages, everything. Like, I've been in public at a Dallas Cowboys game where someone will come up to me and be like, Macy, like, my boyfriend's name is Josh, but like, is he okay? And I'll be like, yes, he's fine. Like, I looked at him. I was like, I like him. We have gotten so much response. Well, that was a good J-Name, but we've gotten so much feedback from people that are like, oh my gosh, I have an awful J-Name story. And it really is a thing. So
no, like I would say like 70 to 80% of the places that I go out or go to, someone comes up and says something about a J-Name. And granted, just to be clear, we don't actually care about this guy. It's the bit.
It's the bit.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No,
just have to be
everything
clear.
has been for the bit. Like, I was over the J-Name the day it happened,
the
actually.
Day of, honestly. You were over the J-Name before it even happened.
No, I know. I know,
loser.
literally. But this is all for the bit. Everything's for the bit, and today's going to be very fun.
Yeah, so we're going to be listening to y'all's voicemails and just hearing everyone else's responses. But basically, there's been so many people coming up to us sharing their J-Name stories. And not just like, listen, if your boyfriend has a J-Name, like, please.
Send them to us. We'll give you our approval.
Yes,
yeah.
actually, please.
Yeah.
And make TikToks of being like, if you give a good backstory, like, we might change our mind.
Yeah, totally.
There are exceptions.
There's always exceptions.
The J names, though, are the rule. Like, the J name curse is the rule. There can be exceptions.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's start off with our voicemails. I got really organized, and I've already downloaded them all for you.
Have you heard all of them?
I didn't get a chance to listen to every single one that was sent in, but I did download them, and I listened to the first 30 seconds just to make sure that they were, like, okay to listen to.
Hey guys. Okay, so the J names like have literally ruined my life. Basically, I dated this guy junior year, senior year, and going into my freshman year of college, and we were like inseparable. Like, he was perfect. I thought we were going to be like together forever. His family literally took us on like vacations out of the country, and like it was just the most serious thing. Like, it was crazy. And basically, I moved away 2 hours from our hometown to college, and he stayed back home, like, working for his dad or whatever. And basically, he would come see me, like, every single weekend. But while he was home, he ended up, like, falling in love, I guess, with this girl that I've literally known since I was a baby. Like, our parents were friends growing up. I've known her my entire life. We've been friends my entire life. And he ended up falling in love with her and broke up with me like immediately. And my grandma passed away the same month. I was like spiraling, and yeah, he just basically blocked me on everything, and we were done. And I had never done a single thing to this man. And so they ended up getting married like literally less than a year later. Mind you, we're like 20 years old. Yeah, they got married like yeah, a year later, and now they're married and like building a house and like acting like they're 50 years old. But yeah, J names are terrible.
This is exactly what happened to me, and I just want to say the only thing that is worse than a J name is a boy from home. That like stays home. Going into college, like the most heartbroken,
That's
like
so
to this
true.
day, the most heartbroken to this day that I've like ever been was a boy from home while I was in college that fell in love with another girl from back home, and they're still in love. No, but I am so sorry. That is genuinely the worst, especially with the timing of your grandma. I am so sorry. This does not compare, not to make it about me, but same thing happened to me, and my dog passed away, and I was like, you asshole.
Yeah. That's pretty bad.
That is
Also,
so bad.
I
I'm
just
so
feel
sorry.
like how close was she to the girl?
I don't
think they were close because she just said I've known her.
Yeah, but it's still like a relevant character in her life, and that's just so sad. And
Would you crash the wedding?
oh my gosh, I would actually love to, or just do something. Maybe we can prank call him, and like
Yeah, we wouldn't crash the wedding, but we would definitely prank call.
yeah. But I just want to say, like, you know the quote that's like, the boy that you're with at 22 is not the man you should marry. I have so many like amazing friends getting married right now, so they're gonna be like, Macy, what the heck? No, but you know, this was for the best. I'm so sorry, and that's just awful. And you know what? They can role play, cosplay being 50-year-old married coupled, but you're having fun and you get to live your life now.
Yeah, that's so true.
You know, like
sometimes a breakup is the greatest gift you can receive.
That is so awful. And like same exact thing happened to me when I was 20, and I would not wish that pain upon anyone.
Yeah. That just sucks.
A J name and from home. That is like such a bad double whammy. Oh my gosh. Like,
that's so true about the boys from home.
No.
And there's like something about them.
Oh my gosh.
It's just like attractive.
Same thing happened to me though. Like, he down to the getting blocked on Snapchat. I remember I was like, I tried to send you a Snapchat. What happened? He was like, I don't know. I was like, bitch, you were blocked.
Okay, next one. If I'm not reacting because I've
oh my
listened to all
gosh,
these.
the guy from my home too ended up with a girl that he's known since he was like a literal child, and that's what happened to her too. DM me on Instagram.
Yeah,
we can talk about this. Yeah. Boys from home.
Boys from home.
So y'all probably already know this
This is
Jaden
Tess.
story, but I'm gonna reiterate it for the class. This was senior year of college, maybe. I was dating this not so great guy whose name was actually Jay. So it starts with a J and then his name was Jay. And he had come to pick me up from one of my friend's houses, and we were just driving back to my place, normal drive, and then we get on a road and there's a car in front of us that isn't moving. There's no one in the car, I don't think, or they're just paused in the middle of the street. And this ticks him off so bad. And maybe like the flash of 2 seconds, he undoes his glove compartment, pulls out a Glock, gets out of the car, and starts waving it around at the car in front of us for not moving. And this pissed me off so bad that
This pissed me off. Like, what?
Like, you weren't scared for your life?
This is and you know how Tess always does that thing with guys where she like grabs them? She just grabbed this man.
Tess, he had a gun.
I'm also pretty sure he was an athlete too. Like I'm pretty sure he was like built. Like
grabbed him by the neck of the shirt, ripped him back in the car, and I said, "What the hell are you doing? Are you kidding me? What the fuck?" And he puts it away, acts like nothing happens, goes to my place. I turn around, slam the car door, run upstairs my room, not talking to him again. He's blowing up my phone, and I finally answer, and I go, "What?" And he goes, "Can you please not tell anybody about that?" And I was like, "Too late. I already put it in all my group messages."
we need an entire podcast episode just of Tess and her boy stories because they are the craziest. No one has crazier stories than her.
Tess actually told me that I might have crazier stories than her.
No, you have more heartbreaking stories.
Okay.
She has crazy.
No, I don't have.
You would never be in the situations that Tess has been in, clearly.
You guys need to watch the video so you need to see my reaction to him pulling a gun out of the...
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's so tech. That's so Texas
This
Tech.
happened at Texas
Tess,
Tech.
that is terrifying.
No, it's really wild. And she just like tells it. Like,
I would have ran away. I would
this
not...
isn't even the craziest of her stories.
I
But
would
it is one of my faves.
I would have ran away scared for my dear life. She grabs his neck. Tess, he had a gun.
Yeah, no, she just did it.
Why did he get out of the car?
Tess is
Oh
small
my God.
too, by the way. Tess is one of our my best friends, but yeah, she's small.
Wait, did you ever like honk at someone or like do something to someone in another car when your mom was driving when you were younger and your mom would be like, "Stop that." Like you never know who could have a gun.
No.
That ever happened? My mom just scared me for life.
Yeah, no, I think that a lot of people probably do say that, but
Maybe it was just to scare me, but they're scared of men like that get out of their car with the gun.
yes, but one thing about me is that I will never honk at anyone. Like I'm just not a honker, so that's why I haven't experienced that.
Yeah.
But I just like don't want to be killed. So yeah, same
No,
thing.
me too. I'm scared of everything. So that would actually
Yeah.
be my biggest fear if someone came out of their car like that.
Except for it's in the car that you're in.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tess, that's so awful.
It's crazy.
Hi, Kenzie. Hi, Macy. I love you guys so much. I'm going to reopen this old wound for you guys.
Thank you.
So my first love was
Love
a
you
J
guys.
name.
I love you.
I was 15. He was 18. And the entirety of our situationship, he would pit his ex and I against each other. And one night, we went to a mutual friend's party, and she was going to be there. It was really awkward at first, but her and I ended up drinking. I beat her ass at beer pong. We ended up drunk girl bonding in the bathroom. And then later on the night, I find them hooking up. We end. They start dating again.
So that just reminded me of something. Have you ever like started talking to a guy and then all of a sudden his ex-girlfriend is like up your ass and like wants to be your bestie?
Oh yeah. But I'm also such a girl's girl that I'm like, I love it.
No, I'm obsessed with her. She's so cute. Why didn't it work out?
They break up. We start dating again. And I follow his ass all the way to his Air Force graduation in San Antonio, Texas. Flew with his family.
Air Force.
Air Force, man. That's another thing we got to talk about.
Oh, nothing is worse than an Air Force boy from home, J name. Oh my gosh, I could go on a tangent about Air Force men, and we should have started with that.
Yeah,
oh my God.
actually.
Okay, sorry, that was so triggering.
Let me do this. It's not.
Flew with his family from Pennsylvania to watch him graduate. Meanwhile, he's writing me letters saying how much he misses me and asks me to be his girlfriend, which
A letter.
that's all I've ever wanted from him. Any girl in a situationship knows. I get there and I bring up the letter. He goes, "What are you talking about?" Breaks my 17-year-old girl heart. And that's it. Love you guys so much. Thank you for this. I need to go to therapy now.
Who wrote the letter?
No, the guy definitely wrote the letter. He's not just receiving random letters from. He just decided to just say he did it.
Gaslight her?
Yeah, he just gaslit her. I think guys like that in those situations, like emotionally want a girlfriend or like want someone to lean on, but they're not. They don't want to give you any commitment.
No, I have my fair share of military men, and they go through the ringer, so they want some type of like, stability or, some type of cushion that like brings them comfort. I've written Air Force boy letters. That one didn't end that bad. It was the Air Force Academy one that was worse. They have their phones. But oh my gosh, that is so awful. He was obviously going through a hard time and wanted someone, but then apparently snapped out of it. I am so sorry. Again, DM me on Instagram, like military men.
I just need to know how you handled it when he said what letter. Like that's what I need to know. Like, did he ever?
Oh my God. I'm still
That's crazy.
my pure shock. I'm like, who wrote the letter then? It's just him. It's him gaslighting.
You believe him. That's the problem. You believe the man. That is your issue.
No, I don't. But I'm like, was he drunk? And
you go, who wrote the letter? Like,
well, okay, I know. Well, I don't believe him, but I'm like, that's awful. Like, how can you just like write it's one thing to like say something and take it back, but to put it in writing and take it back, that's why I'm so shocked. Like, you have written proof. Like, everyone always says, get it in writing to get actual proof. Well, he did it, and now his proof is invalid.
Take it to some like handwriting expert that matches people's, like something like that, you know?
Oh my gosh.
Just to prove your point.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. Hate that. But yeah, honestly, that's like a whole other breed. When I first lived in LA, one of my friends, there's like a bunch of stuff in San Diego, right?
Yeah.
One of my friends was dating a guy who was living on the base, and then a couple other guys, so they would like come up. This is like my Lorenzo days, like back in the day. And they would come up every single weekend, and they were the biggest liars ever. They were hot, don't get me wrong, but they were crazy. And also I've like drinking problems to max.
Dude, what's so crazy is that military men can protect our country, but not my heart.
No, that's
deep. So deep and so crazy. So but it's funny. I have this like fantasy because my grandpa was in the Air Force and went to the Air Force Academy, and him and my grandma are just perfect. Had their 58th anniversary yesterday. Love them. So I'm always like, oh my gosh, like that's going to be me. Like I'm going to write someone letters, and I forget that we're in 2023 and just times aren't the same.
Yeah. There's something really attractive about it though, because there's something about a man who's like really disciplined too. That's very attractive. So anyways, I actually kind of love that for you, but I don't know. I don't trust any guy that you've picked out.
Me?
Yeah, I think we've got to like.
Okay.
We should do like $1 million matchmaker for you.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Because at least like we need people vouching like actually this time. You know, we'll listen.
Letters of rec.
Hey y'all, I was too scared to post this on any of my social media, and that's just not really my thing. But when I saw y'all posted this, I was like, I have to tell them the story. Long story short, I'm trying to make this quick. Met a boy on Nantucket. We've kind of been in communication all summer, whatever. He sees I'm in Boston. He texts me. He's like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? I'm like, interviewing, looking for apartments, whatever. He invites me to hang out. Didn't work in my schedule, but I was like, oh, we're going out. He asked me where. I tell him where we're going. Don't think anything of it. We get there. He's there. The moment we get there, instant rage. What he's mad at, I don't really know. He's just livid. He also ordered 40 shots, so he probably wasn't in his right mind that night. He called Anna Kate, my best friend, the most derogatory name you can call a girl. And we ended up...
Question, what do you think the most derogatory name you can call a girl is?
I don't know, but I'm going to ask her now.
Yeah, I need to know the name. I need to know the word.
I don't know. I probably wouldn't say it out loud, so...
Yeah, I forgot.
Going to another bar, we got in his Uber, but then we kind of just, got away from him. And he starts texting me the meanest anyone has ever spoken to me in my life. It's insane. He's calling me, whatever. I just assumed he's really drunk. So the next day, I'm like, hey, hope everything's okay. Just trying to, calm the waters. And he calls me. And so I think he's going to apologize or, be really sweet and be like, oh, my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I also got Anna Kate. I woke up at the crack of dawn to get her a Starbucks before work because I felt so bad. I pick up the phone, and he says, and I quote, he's 27, might I add, kick rocks, get fucked, and go to church. So... I just thought y'all would get a kick out of that. He does not have a J name, though.
Kick rocks, get fucked, and go to church.
That is so insane.
That's really
and
crazy.
Actually scary. Someone with anger issues like that.
He did a lot of coke before showing
up.
Oh,
that's so scary.
40 shots is insane.
40 shots and just anger.
You know, I've done that though, where a guy.
40 shots.
No, not the 40 shots. I've done that though, where a guy has been so awful to me that I think oh, he's gonna feel so bad about this in the morning and apologize. Not that I wanted us to be together, but I was just oh my God, this is so embarrassing for him.
He's gonna say sorry.
Apologize. That's so embarrassing. The next morning was even worse.
It is just so awful how people have no remorse for their actions. Zero remorse.
Yeah.
No morals. No moral compass. Genuinely, who raised you? Maybe we should just send him Olivia Rodrigo's Get Him Back. I want to meet his mom and tell him his son sucks because that's so awful.
Has a guy ever been mean to you? Guys have been dicks to you, but said something mean to you.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I got in this fight with a guy that I've been dating for 11 hours. I'm not kidding.
Dated for 11 hours?
No, we had at the time of the fight been dating for maybe 11 hours. And it was just, he was just being like weird. And he wasn't like, he also has a drug problem. Okay. So that's important to know.
Similar to this guy.
That's why I always say, like, you can, I feel like a lot of problems when I hear people say, I don't know if it's just because, like, this has been my problems with the guys I've dated, or if it's because it's just real. Like, a lot of the things I hear girls send in when they're, like, telling these stories and, like, it's not all adding up, it's because they're on drugs. And they just don't realize it. Because for some reason, guys who, like, love coke or just love drugs in general, they like really like wholesome, sweet girls, like a you kind of vibe, like Jay and you. So like, and those girls don't know, like you don't know what to look for. You've never even seen coke in your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like you don't, you know, and like same, it's not like I've never done coke. I've never like this, not my vibe. But like, I just feel like it's my duty to tell you guys that like this guy is probably on coke.
No, it's so crazy looking back at, you know, my J-name experience. Mm-hmm. So many things that weren't adding up. I later found out that he was definitely doing coke. Wait, what?
And lots of it. We never gave an update.
On what?
So I just want to say, the day that we posted that episode, which we never told you his name, we never told you how to find him, nor never did anything, whatever. He turned his Instagram comments off. Now, how as a man would you know to turn your Instagram comments off?
Okay, that might have been a glitch because I would look at it on some people's accounts and they would be on or somewhere off. But if he did know how to turn his comments off, then he's definitely been through a situation like this before, and that's just weird that he knew how to do that. No, they were off
because remember when you were like, no, Kenzie, they're off. And I was like, no, they're not. I can see them because I could see the comment thing, but then it was comments disabled. He turned his Instagram comments off, which I have no idea how, because you guys wouldn't have even been able to find his account. Yeah, he turned his Instagram comments off. And again,
smart man. That's one smart thing he did.
No,
I'm kidding.
As a man, I would like to double down on this. How, especially if you don't have like a following, right? If you don't have any sort of like public thing, how would you know how to turn Instagram comments off, or even that you could turn Instagram comments off?
Crazy.
See, that's just like something we don't talk about enough.
I know. I took off my earrings because they were making sound.
Oh, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So yeah, he is no more. Has he reached out to you?
Nope. What? Oh my God. He sent me an Instagram reel one night and I replied and I was like, is this an accident? But yeah.
It was for National Dog Day.
And if you're wondering, I thought you blocked him. I blocked him, then unblocked him because I posted a really cute pic. And I was like, if he ever wanted to Google my name or look up me on Instagram, then I'll let him at least see that.
I was wondering why you unblocked him, but I wasn't going to bother you with that one.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's our Jay update.
Hi, Kenzie. Wanted to start off by saying I love your podcast and your lifestyle stuff and all your book recs. My life was ruined by a J name my freshman year of college. His name was Jack. And we were...
I love a girl that gives the name.
Why is Jack kind of a hot name? Like if a guy came up to me and his name was Jack, I think I'd be like into it.
I know. Isn't that Zandra's boyfriend's name? I love them.
I don't know. I don't keep up.
I think it is, and I love him.
No, like I think Jack's like a really hot
I know.
name.
I'm like, wait, Jack. Sorry.
Jack is the exception to the rule.
No, she's about to tell us.
And we were exclusively seeing each other, but he decided to take another girl on his formal into another country, like up into Canada, because she would do drugs.
When I listened to this, I was like, this is actually exactly something that would happen to Macy.
Yeah.
Drugs with him, and I wouldn't. Even though we were exclusively seeing each other, that was his justification for taking another girl on the formal and sharing a hotel bedroom with her, and didn't see anything wrong with it.
Well, you know what? You are in the clear because one day, if they ever end up together and they tell a story of how they met, oh, well, we wanted to do drugs together in a different country, and she went with me. Like, no. You're way better off.
I just need to know, like, what is going on in a man's brain when he's like, yeah, this makes sense.
Like, what? You sound amazing. And I'm so sorry for defending Jack. That's just a hot name regardless.
Yeah, by the way, I take it back. But I have a question. Like, what are your thoughts on being exclusive versus, like, boyfriend-girlfriend?
I just, like, I hate the whole... I talked to a guy in high school for, like, 8 months because he didn't like labels, but we were dating. And it was so weird. Like, if you're exclusive, you're boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, just... But that's so silly.
I like don't like it. I'm like I don't like the idea. It's like if we're exclusive, we're like boyfriend girlfriend. But that's some kind of like shit that I would pull.
Oh my
gosh. I would be like, no, we're just exclusive. Like we're not together.
Oh no,
like that's just so.
Oh my gosh. Well, I've had so many talking phases that I'm at the point where I'm like, you're boyfriend or girlfriend or not.
Yeah. No, if someone did that to me, by the way, we would be over.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
Men are just such wimps. Ugh.
Yeah.
Wimps.
No, I
such a wimpy word.
I just need to know. Something tells me that Jack is a powder.
Oh my gosh. If you guys don't know, I have a huge thing against pouters and whiners. And I just know that
Pouty
Jack.
pout.
Pouty McPout. Like Jeremiah on Summer I Turned Pretty. He is the definition of a pouter. And I just know that this man, Jack, is a pouter. And he would have. And that would have been. I just have the feeling that would have been an awful out of country formal experience. So. Sorry, I'm like stuck on the formal.
No, I just like can't. I just need to know what he was thinking. Like, yeah. Anyways, he sucks.
Awful.
We hate him.
And you're a good person.
I'm literally missing so many good details because this has to be such a short recording. But basically, I was talking to this guy named Jacob since April, and like 2 weeks after I met him, his furniture changed, his bed was a different size, the wall decor changed. Later found out it was because his crazy ex of 4 years came in, took all the things she bought, owned, whatever it was, and then he always joked around like, oh, she's gonna come knocking on the door, banging it down, wondering who's in my house one day, and no shit. Did she literally show up to his house, banging on the door? Who the fuck is in here? Oh, sorry for cursing. Who is in here? What's going on? I will, whatever, And she already keyed his car previously, so that night my car got keyed, and we kept talking for some reason. He thought I could fix him or whatever, however it goes, and he ended up giving me chlamydia, and then we stopped talking. Not because of that, but because he got back with the crazy ex. So I blocked him on everything after saying some very harsh choice words. And that's where that left off. So yeah, we don't love J names. And also the other time I've gotten an STD was by a boy named Jacob. So they are a sin to earth. Thanks. Bye.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Jacob is the worst of all of them.
That's an awful name. I am so... Kenzie was like, we need to get more mad, and like instead of being like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, but that is actually traumatizing. And I have a new exception. The only thing worse than a J name and a boy and a boy from home and a boy, a military man, is a boy with an X.
Yeah.
Just an X period.
An X period.
Like ever. Like I don't care if you had a 6th grade girlfriend. No.
So true.
Like my next boyfriend, actually, like my husband is just never gonna have a girl. No, you don't want that either. But oh my gosh.
This is what you want. You want them to have exes and like be over it, but then you just block it out in your mind, and it's like you've never been with anyone.
No.
Me.
And hopefully they're like good exes that form them into the man you are today, like all of the girls you've loved before by Taylor Swift. But this is actually scary, and I'm not the one to be like, oh my gosh, like girls are crazy, because it was usually the guy that made them crazy. But for a girl to key your car, that is just vandalism, and to come in, that is terrifying.
I also don't like the whole like he has a crazy ex narrative, because it's normally always started by the guy.
That's what I just said that.
But this feels like the exception.
That's what I said. I was like, usually the guy made them crazy, but for her to key a car,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Like I don't care what a man did to you, don't vandalize.
Also, I hope you send him the bill.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And I'm
Can you
so proud
imagine,
of.
Like imagine if your ex comes and keys your current boyfriend's car.
It's so awful.
Do you pay for it?
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I would probably feel bad and like definitely I would definitely be like, can I Venmo you? Hoping they say no.
Yeah. I would like send the Venmo, but I would like hope it would be sent back.
Yeah. Totally. No, that's so awful. That's kind of like, have you ever been in the car with someone and they get a ticket and you're like, I'll Venmo? I always do. Like if you're with someone and they get a parking ticket or something, like I always chip in.
I do for a parking ticket, but what if they're speeding?
Oh,
what's the protocol with
well,
that?
one time spring break, a guy was driving us to the airport, and he was the only one that could drive us to the airport, and he got a speeding ticket. We all paid for it, and I don't think we ever got a thank you. So
I would pay for it in that setting.
Yeah.
And you could have just Ubered, so like that's why I would pay for it.
Anyways, back to the crazy. That's literally just crazy, and I just want to say, props to you for sending him a strong worded text message, because I am so over the like going with grace and ghosting, as per my last episode here. And sometimes it just feels really good to have the last word, and you deserve that. And that's just so terrifying. And from now on, no boys named Jacob and no boys with recent exes that are scary.
My friend who has the all-time craziest guy story, it was also Jacob.
Jacob, man.
It really is a problem. It's an epidemic.
Girls, it's Leslie. Thought I'd contribute because I do have a J
It's
name.
my best friend.
His name was J. Oh, double J, J squared. I met him at a frat party. He was in a fraternity, and he was also a part of the campus ministry group called...
By the way, there is nothing worse than a J name, what was the other ones?
J name, boy from home, with an X.
Boy, with an X, church boy. There is nothing I could do, and I was thinking about this earlier. I could do an entire podcast episode on the ways that like the church boys that I have like dated or been around, not even just like me personally, the stories that I know, because there's actually, in all seriousness, nothing worse than like a spiritually manipulative guy, because spiritual manipulation takes every other form of manipulation besides like physical, like like that kind of vibe. Like it does like emotional, all the other things. There's nothing worse, and I have so many fucking crazy stories just from like.
It's because they use the ultimate J name, Jesus, who we love, against you.
Oh my God, do you think that we're gonna go to like hell because we're doing this whole J name thing and it's Jesus?
No, because I love him.
Jesus is the exception.
I don't even like Stumo, and he was a Kaleo boy.
Wait, really quick.
There's actually nothing worse than all those Kaleo boy.
If you guys aren't from somewhere where Kaleo is a thing, basically at TCU or a lot of Southern schools, I know A&M, all the Texas schools do it. It's this organization called STUMO, and basically their whole goal, like they have other goals, I don't want to like speak on their behalf, but a big thing is getting people to sign up for Kaleo, which is STUMO is Student Mobilization Group, and it's to go like spread the word of God in Panama City Beach, Florida over the summer. And that sounds like a great and innocent mission. And I remember I even went to a few groups at the beginning of the school year when I first transferred to TCU, because I was like, that sounds like a great thing. But it ends up being kind of I don't want to say manipulative thing, but a lot of people that go to Kaleo kind of are will end up being condescending towards you, especially the guys, which we'll hear. So I'm just going to let
there's a specific type of person at Kaleo.
Yeah.
Like, it's very like,
hey, you need help. Like they'll reach out to you and tell you.
Life almost in a way, but like serious.
Yeah, I was a Young Life girl, and it's worse. Okay.
No, Young Life was not serious at school though. I just mean like there's a type of person that,
There's an archetype for it. Okay, Leslie, I'm going to let you finish. I just had to give some context.
And I met him at this frat party, and, we really hit it off, and he was a good boy. And he said, we have to hang out sometime. And then a huge snowstorm came in, and we, were hanging out at the Snarties, and he was like, I want to plan a date for us tonight. And he goes, I have to tell you something. I was kind of in the middle of my season of singleness. However, you're the kind of girl that I just can't pass up on. So I want to take you on a date. And you want to know what that date was? Yep, it was hanging out in his fraternity house dorm room. And we watched The Shining. And then I went home and we hung out a few more times. And then he told me that he was going back to his season of singleness, and he decided that it was his holy mission that he be single for a year, and he was going to go complete that. Well, 2 weeks later, he went back to his ex, and they dated.
See, that is why we gave that context. It's the church boys
that couldn't be a better example of a Kaleo boy.
Exactly, that use this little vocab they were given to get out of their bad actions.
Like, God told me to break up with you. Like, shut the fuck up, bitch.
Season of singleness?
It's crazy.
Season of singleness is a synonym for, hey, I want to F around and not have any consequences for my actions and then get back together with my ex.
And I'm going to also blame it on God because God told me to do it, so you can't be mad at me.
No.
I'm just listening to God.
No, you were just avoiding all of your responsibilities in this life.
And then another thing, too, with, like, Christian boys like that do crazy things, and again, I really should do, like, a tell-all episode, is that I don't think that they're necessarily meaning to do this, but the underlying tone of saying, like, God told me that, like, I can't date you. God told me, which is, like, a lot of these boys. Yeah. God told me we need to break up. God told me I need to be single. Is that, like, there's this underlying tone of, like, you are not good enough, and God is telling me you are not good enough to be with me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's actually, like, really messed up.
It's really messed up. I was there. This was my college roommate, best friend, Leslie. This happened on my birthday. Yeah. Name. I'm gonna have us bleep out the name because I cannot.
We're gonna bleep out the name.
I am not over Leslie fully dropping first and last name. That was crazy. Like, I know Leslie's okay with it, but like Leslie, I'm not. No,
I was kidding. We are bleeping that out. Yeah.
But that was so insane. I just want to say that is so. That's the whole thing with these Kaleo boys, is that it sounds like an amazing thing. They sound like amazing people, but they use this vocab that they are given just to get out of awful things that they do to girls, and it's just not fair.
It's because they're not, like, independent and strong enough men to, like, make a decision on their own and stand by it and just be like, hey, I actually don't see this going anywhere. Like, it wouldn't, it's like one thing, it's like, yeah, that sucks and whatever, but like being honest is going to get you way further. And you can't be mad at someone because they don't want to be with you.
I know. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Now poses a new question. Would you rather be ghosted or have someone tell you, hey, God told me that we can't talk anymore?
Ghosted.
Totally.
Ghosted. For
Okay,
sure.
same.
You know what I was thinking about today?
What?
I always thought I'd never been ghosted, mainly because like for me to even reply to your text like takes like 1 to 2 years. So it's kind of hard to get ghosted when you're in that position. Like I'm not like talking to a bunch of guys. But I actually have been ghosted, and it was by a J name. And it was
Do you want to tell?
Well, it was like I guess I was ghosted. It was a guy, like my first boyfriend that I've been dating. Like, we were like very intense, very young, very like whatever. You know what I realized? He used to make me these videos that were like so beautiful. He's really talented. Like he's like great video guy, whatever. And he would make these videos about how he was like so in love with me. You know what I realized? I've been like putting a lot of things together in my brain of like what my type is. Number 1, polarizing. You either love them or you hate them. Number 2, really persistent because it takes me a long time to come around. Number 3, boys that make things for me.
Like a song?
No, like just other things. Like I am realizing that now. I'm like, because it's always like a creative boy who's like making something for me or about me.
Oh my gosh.
You know
I think someone
mean?
should make a song for you.
I totally agree. But anyways, yeah, we were talking. Like I had moved to LA and then we were talking whatever. And he would like pop up in and out of my life for like years. Like, and we would always be in the same places, and like we didn't want to be, right? And he did ghost me. Like I think we were back in LA, and then we were like kind of back together for a little bit, and then out of nowhere, we like had a night, it was normal. We just like never spoke again. And we were like fully like getting back together, and we just like never talked again.
Were you sad?
Yeah, but like I didn't text him.
Yeah.
Because I was like proving a point. And so like he ghosted me, but like I also technically ghosted him.
Gotcha.
But like it was like, you know what I'm saying?
That was a mutual ghost. I've been ghosted so many times.
He just sucked so bad. But then another time, I've told this story on the podcast actually with the guy, one of the guys that was in this story. But I dated this, J name, right? And then I dated this other guy who went to his college. Long story short, I end up at an apartment, not realizing it's my second ex-boyfriend's apartment because he just moved. He moved in with the J name's besties. So I'm there at like 3 a.m. in LA, and then like ex-boyfriend number 2 comes out of the room. Oh. And I'm like, you have got to be fucking kidding me. And also I never liked this guy. Like this was like rebound guy. I think I liked him for like a month. And I broke up with him like 7 times, and he's like, it was just one of those things where like you just like couldn't, whatever. It was like more comfortable and easy. And so he shows up. So he hears that I'm with all of his friends, and everyone's like, oh my God, you're Ken's, because that's what the J name called me. And I'm like, you didn't get Ken's from Kenzie? Okay. So anyways, I become friends with those guys. I'm getting dinner with the guy, Nick, who we did a podcast episode together. I was getting dinner with Nick at Crave in Studio City, and TK was going with me.
Oh my gosh, that was like the hot spot in high school for us.
Oh my God, that's so crazy.
I
know. So we were at Crave, and it was like after we went to like church home or something one night, like something random. And out of nowhere, lo and behold, who shows up? Jay with a film crew.
No way.
He found out that I had dinner plans with his friend, and this just went on for years. Like I could never fully get away.
That's
I really
insane.
could never, until I started dating my college boyfriend, and I was like really, really done. But like he would just always show up.
So that's not ghosting, that's haunting when they haunt you.
That's so true.
Yeah.
He was haunting me. And he did this entire video, and I think he was trying to be like, oh, dumb, whatever, it doesn't matter. But clearly it did, because the footage never saw the light of day. And if the footage, like, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe we should ask for it.
Yeah, should I like call him? I should hit him up.
Yeah.
Like, hey, do you have that footage?
I should call
from
him.
Crave?
Yeah.
I should call him.
Yeah,
right?
you should call him.
So basically, I should call him.
You should call him.
Okay.
I'm ready to speak my truth about this man I thought I was going to marry. He's from California. He owned a venture capital firm. He was loaded. We flew private everywhere. Bought me a pair of Chanel boots on our first date. He love bombed.
I'm in love.
I'm going to say something controversial. I think a guy that's like flying private is a red flag.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Like I would actually loop him in with there's nothing worse than that we've been doing all episode. Like
I'm ready to notes up.
Unless you're like flying private because you are like on a tour or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, and listen, like, don't get me wrong, I would love to fly private, but just like a random business, something about it just, I don't know.
He love bombed the hell out of me. He would lie to me an unbelievable amount, though. He did not live in my state. He flew to my state every week to tend to his sick mother, who also lived there. Found out later his mom did not live there, nor was she sick. He lied to me hundreds of times. He said that he was not texting me back, but was active on Instagram because he had a bot running his Instagram to boost his engagement.
Stop.
You guys need like go on YouTube to see my face right now.
You were so down bad. You know you're so down bad when you believe things like that. Like, and we all have something, you know?
That's so mean. No, guys, he had a bot running his Instagram.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't text me back.
Duh.
He was posting on Instagram because a bot did it.
He was liking all the Instagram.
No, you guys, he was so driven. He did not want to let his Instagram engagement go downhill. He had like the guys.
He's always working. He's grinding so hard.
Guys, his work ethic is insane. That's so me.
I believed that. The straw that really broke the camel's back here, though, was that he was flying back from a business trip in Canada on my birthday. And 6 hours later, he's like supposed to be landing in 15 minutes. He calls me. I'm like, oh my gosh, have to rush to the airport to pick him up. He must have landed early. Then he starts explaining to me why he can't date me anymore. And he's not coming because he has cancer. And he doesn't want me to have to deal with this with him because he loves me too much and he doesn't want to see me go through that.
No.
So yeah, he didn't have cancer and his mom did not live in the state, nor was she ill. So, yeah, still don't know why he did.
Whoever sent this, like, DM me on Instagram right now. Like, I need to buy you coffee or something. Flew private, had a bot running his Instagram, faked his mom being sick, faked cancer himself.
Faked where his mom lived. Yeah.
This is so bad, but he was like, my mom's like cancer was contagious. I'm sorry, that was so messed up, but like that's oh my god.
Also, like, this is what I'm saying. Just say I don't want to date
No,
you.
but I'm obsessed with the effort. Like he didn't
obsessed. Like, maybe he really liked her because he had to try that hard.
No, guys, J-Name told me that he didn't come to see me because he liked me too much. He was scared. Same thing with you. Like, you made him so lovesick that he had to fake getting cancer. Oh my god. Wait, you guys.
That's kind of romantic.
No, for real. I think that flying private just gives such Anna Delvey vibes. Like, it's so scary.
Because it's like, why do you need to do that?
Like,
unless it's me.
No,
with someone
exactly.
else, you know? Like, totally.
No, don't get me wrong. It is my life goal to fly private once in my life. Don't know how I'm going to get there.
No, because I think there's certain, like, professions, and maybe I'm just biased, that, like, make sense or whatever. Or, like.
But what was his thing again?
It's when you're around.
Venture capitalist? That's
it's money.
I know, but like I'm just trying to remember what it was.
Yeah,
that's
like,
acceptable, but no.
I don't know. There's something about it. If he was a really good guy flying private, by all means.
Also, what's wrong with like just a business class seat? That's still so bougie and so nice. Like that would be such a great little. Sorry, we're so stuck on that.
Up this man from the airport if he flies private?
No, literally. Also, if you guys see me on my phone, I'm adding to the list
of things that are worse,
and like the ones that obscurely fly private for no reason. Okay. That was so insane.
If you listen to any of these stories, please let it be mine. I have like 3 or 4 J-name incidents, but I'll just do the top 2. The first one was in 10th grade, my first ever real boyfriend, Jake. I thought it was fine, but things just went south and he turned out to be verbally and mentally abusive at the ripe age of 16. So that was really interesting, quite the experience. It was not that serious, but anyway. The second one was a few years later down the road. I was with another J-name. His name was Jared. We were together for a while. Things were great, perfect, 10 out of 10. He proposed to me. I thought we were good, we were about to get married. So he asked me to meet him for lunch one day after I got off of work. And I did because, that's what engaged people do.
He's your fiance.
He totally blindsided me and told me he wanted to postpone our wedding. And that enough sent me into a spiral, but I still had hope. And then he proceeded to ghost me for 3 or 4 days before finally talking to me and just like breaking up with me altogether. So that was quite the experience as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed the stories. Bye.
Like, I'm sorry. If a man puts a ring on my finger and ends it after that, I have to end him. That's just what has to happen. He's over.
I'm actually still shocked because this has unlocked a new fear.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm like, you know what? Once I get the ring, I'll be safe. But no one's safe, especially with a J-name. That's so scary.
No one is
and
safe.
I hope that you listen to Kelsey Ballerini because the word blindsided dropped in there. Like, please listen to Blindsided. Please listen to Rolling Up the Welcome Mat.
Yeah.
That is so awful.
Don't listen to Just Married.
I need some updates on... Yeah, don't listen to Just Married.
I need updates. Like, on all of these, please, everyone, send us updates.
Put us in a group chat on Instagram.
Yes, please. But this is so crazy. Also, again, like, if I get to the point, especially with me, because it's like, it genuinely, like, dating is very hard for me because it's very hard for me to, like, actually let someone in. So if I get to the point where I have agreed to marry you and you just call me up for lunch one day and it's over, I would actually lose it. Like, I am actually queen of, like, going with grace, like, leaving. I have nothing to say. I don't want to talk to you, whatever. No, that happens. That's it. It's game over. Like, I would lose my shit.
That is so bad. I'm so sorry. Did he at least, like, take you to a nice lunch?
I have a question. Did you keep the ring? And if so, did you sell it?
Also, when he asked you to lunch, did he ask in a way where you're like, something might be up? Because when someone needs to talk to you about something and you can just, like, tell the tone. Like, did you have any idea that something like that would be coming? Oh my gosh, that is so traumatizing. I don't know how I'd ever even look at a man again.
I feel like no, because she kind of was like, when he asked me to lunch, that's like what you do. Yeah.
You are so heard. Thank you so much for opening up about that. Oh my God. No, Jeremiah, that's where everything went wrong. Jeremiah, Jersey Mike's, Jimmy John's, those are the top 3 ones on my hit list right now.
Thank you so much for your vulnerability. We couldn't agree more.
No, Jeremiah with the pout. I need the next season, but I also don't, because I don't even, like, I know it's good for the Conrad girlies, but I'm boycotting right now.
You need to read this last book, because I reread it after we finished season 2, and it made me hate him even more.
Okay, I will. I haven't read it since, like, AR points in 8th grade, so I definitely need
to. And, like,
to.
listen, it feels that way.
Yeah.
But he sucks.
He's so awful.
Okay, hi Kenzie. My J-name story is I met this man on Tinder, so I don't use Tinder anymore. And I met him when I was like 19, 20. Actually closer to 20. I know. And he was 12 years older than me, so that should have been my first red flag. I don't know why he was looking for literal teenagers on Tinder. Like, I quite literally could not even go to a bar yet, but I digress. We dated for a while, and during our relationship, we purchased a house together because he was old and he really wanted to own property, and he was not able to be qualified for the amount of money that he wanted by himself, and everyone told me it would be a great investment. So I ended up buying a house with this man and found out that he was cheating on me.
They're 12 years apart?
Yeah.
And he couldn't qualify?
And she was 20 and had that money, boss babe. I want to be like that.
Go off.
And found out that he was cheating on me with prostitutes and succubus sex witches, that he spent more than $35,000 over the course of
no wonder he couldn't qualify for the house
6 months on these other extraneous endeavors. I did end up selling that house and making fucking bank from it. So it worked out for me in the end. But yeah, that's my boy name experience. Never again.
Oh my God, I was really nervous at first that they weren't able to get the house because he spent all of, like, the down payment money on these girls. But I'm so glad that she at least got something out of it. But oh my God,
did she say sex witches?
I think she did.
I've never heard of that in my life.
Me neither. I don't know if I want to look it up.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested in knowing more. What do you do if a guy's cheating on you with prostitutes?
Oh my gosh.
That's like girls in general, I guess, but like multiple. No, actually, if you're having to pay, here's the thing. Like, if you're having to pay for sex and cheating on me, that's so much worse.
I know.
Because, like, you can't just, like, go cheat on me.
Go to a bar.
Because that means, like, they're not having sex with you.
Oh my gosh. No, that's really bad. And the fact that there's so much at risk here, like, you guys own a house together, it's so insane. It's not like you moved into his apartment. It's not like you bought a house with him, but I mean, at least you got to profit off of that. But I'm just so...
You should listen to Breadwinner by Casey Musgraves.
Yeah.
This is giving like he was living off of you and has like some severe issues.
Sounds like you were his babysitter when he was 12 years older than you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's so insane. Oh my God. Also, can you, again, provide an update? What'd you do with the money? Do you live in a new house? Where is this man?
And also, how did you find out?
Yeah. Was it like an STD from the prostitutes?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Like, imagine thinking that you're one and only person.
You're not.
I just can't comprehend cheating, period.
I didn't even think about that. I know. At least, like, they're probably getting checked a lot. but like still not ideal.
No, they're definitely getting checked a lot, but like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Damn. That concludes our listener call-ins. We did get a lot, so we tried to get to as many as possible.
Those were good.
Those are really good.
I mean, awful for what you guys went through, but at least we have, you know, this opportunity to bond over it.
And they're all on the other side, and that's
they're
beautiful.
all okay. I think that's why we were so calm, cool, and collected again, because everyone made it out okay.
Yes.
Even though, you know, the scars can last a lifetime, they heal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they become less visible.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
You didn't want to add anything?
No, if you guys have been following me on TikTok, I've been doing a lot of dancing lately.
But it's truly an artistic expression of hers.
Totally.
So she can't just like do it on the spot. So it was unfair of me to ask.
I'm also really crampy right now and that time of the month.
Crampy.
Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I get such bad cramps. I call them contractions. So whenever I'm having period cramps, I'm like, oh my God, my contractions are so bad today. And people, it always catches people off guard. And they're like, you're cramps? And I'm like,
we were on FaceTime with guys earlier today.
With guys?
Men.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. And Macy starts off the call being like, oh my God, I'm having such bad contractions.
No, everyone deserves to know.
What the fuck? Do you have any last words of encouragement that you want to give?
No, this was just inspiring. A lot more crazy stories that I have, but
I just think it's really important to live by, and this is not to be a Debbie Downer. This is really just to be not screwed over. Live by the exception. No, live by the rule that you are the rule, not the exception.
Love that.
You know, not to be negative, but I would listen to most things people say. People know more. They have good advice. And yeah, I would say live by. That's not really positive to leave you off with. I'm just being helpful.
And let us know if you want us to do an episode on the B name.
I have crazy stories about B names, actually.
Do you know what's so crazy is the other day we were talking about how like making fun of men is like the lowest hanging fruit.
No, I was talking about it.
Look at us.
The other day, was Liz over? Who was over?
Yeah.
Liz. And I was just, because I just think, I was like, not to be a male apologist, but I do just think at a certain point after we just recorded an entire episode on like going through men, or making fun of them, I do think that sometimes it's just low-hanging fruit. But it's like the TikToks, it's like when they like hate men so much. Like I don't hate men. I actually love men, but just like not J names.
We obviously do.
Do you have a J name in your life that you just want to like publicly apologize to because like they just don't? Let me go through my contact list.
Yeah, right after this all happened, I went over to my friend Kirsten's house and her sweet fiance Jake like literally made me dinner. Jake, he's an exception.
He's an exception.
There's a lot of exceptions. It's just the ones that are easy to make fun of are super
way better.
Yeah.
I would oh my God, I have another J name that's an actual big one that I cannot believe I never thought about. Okay, so I'm just going through. I would like to publicly apologize to Jackson. He's actually great. He is also gay, so that therefore you don't count in this scenario. Hold on, I have something in my eye.
I'm looking up some other ones. Oh, my friend Jad, he's nice.
Jad does sound nice. You know, the more J names I'm looking at through my contact list, the more I don't like.
I'm looking through the people I follow on Instagram, and I like a lot of them. Justin Bieber.
Yeah, I would love to publicly apologize to Justin Bieber. We don't mean it. My eye, like I'm literally crying.
Maybe that's time to cut it out.
Okay, well, give me 1 second. Guys, I'm going through and there's like no one else that I want to publicly apologize to. Oh my God. My best friend's high school boyfriend, also a J name. Damn.
Joe Jonas.
Joe Jonas. I would like to. John Wayne Poe. That's who I'd like to apologize to. One of the best men I've ever known in my life. That's his name. And
John Wayne, like the John Wayne Airport?
Yeah, but it's named after him. Just kidding. Ron Poe Stadium, McKinney, Texas is. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. That's it. That's really it. I have a Josh that I'd like to apologize to. I love him.
Oh, my cousin Josh.
Okay.
I have 2 cousins, Josh.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We will gladly come back for another one. Hope you guys have a fabulous Thursday. If J names were a day of the week, what day would they be?
Wednesday.
I'm thinking Tuesday. It's like the most useless day of the week.
I hate Tuesdays. Today Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, and I've been having a bad day.
It's so fitting.
Yeah.
So fitting.
Sorry, if you guys see me on my phone, I'm working.
She's a working girl. So anyways, love you guys. We'll talk to you next week. Bye. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know by giving it a nice thumbs up and subscribe for more.